Hey everybody, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to Real Talk with Ro. You all come on in, begin to like, share. Don't forget we're on YouTube, so please subscribe to the page. Make sure once you subscribe, you cut the alert on, so every time that we're on, you'll know that we're here. Listen, I'm thankful that you all are joining us on tonight. We're going to have a wonderful show, wonderful topic. I got my bro here that's with me on tonight. My good brother, my little brother. Man, go ahead, introduce yourself to the world.
What's up, folks? It's your boy, Pastor Jeremy Whittington. How y'all doing tonight?
Man, listen, he's here. My sister, I see her. She's on her way into the studio. Y'all make some, give her some love once she's come in. I'm gonna have her introduce herself. She's coming back for week 2. She wasn't on camera to last time, but she's in studio, and we're gonna have some fun on tonight. Listen, I can't wait into getting to this. You all gonna be clutching your pearls and all that good stuff. We gonna have some fun on tonight.
Yeah.
I promise you, we're gonna have some fun. As you guys come on in, don't forget to have your put your comments in the comment section on YouTube, so we can you can follow along with the show. We can see what it is that you're saying and all of that good stuff. We're gonna and tonight's topic, let's get that out the way. It is, can pastors date? We dibbled and dabbled in it about halfway through last week's show, and you guys kind of gave us a little bit of the feedback, can pastors date? But we really gonna get into it on tonight, and we're gonna shift this thing because we don't, everybody tries to hold the pastor accountable, and he has the one that has to set the standard, man. But we gonna talk about it on the night. We gonna bring the realness out. Y'all forgot this Real Talk with Ro.
Yeah.
So we're gonna examine an aspect of this dating, that what do we do when? Y'all just wait for it. But it's gonna be good. That's why I say get ready to clutch your pearls. My mama gonna watch on tonight. So mama, please excuse me. I don't mean it, but yeah, we mean it. I'm not for real, but we for real on tonight. Listen, y'all show some love. My sister is here. She's getting set. And she's all the way from the LBC, the CPT, South Central, Inglewood, all of it. Francesca, she's in the building. Fran is in the building.
How y'all doing?
We doing good. How you doing?
Been all around the world, Japan to going each and every place.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
With a fan in my hand.
This we gonna have some we got West Coast love in here on tonight. We just, I thought about bringing my sister and my bro in on this side. Listen, I'm
appreciate you.
Yeah, man. We love you, man.
Man, I love y'all too. Now, for all of you all that were messing with Frank last week, y'all leave Frank alone. He gonna be back.
Yeah.
We need him to come back to Real Talk with Ro.
Right,
Lord,
please don't think you ran him off.
Right, you did not. We did not run Frank off.
Don't do that.
He will be back
with a vengeance
next week,
okay.
and he gonna have something for y'all. I promise you. He is a kind-hearted man.
Really?
But we ain't gonna start. He gonna mess around and call in.
Hey, man, y'all better leave Frank alone, man.
No, he is the ultimate antagonist.
Isn't he?
He is amazing at that. If there was such an award, he'd get it.
He would get it because he had all of y'all ruffling feathers.
He had me nervous last week watching, Doc. I was nervous, like, I hope you don't say nothing crazy.
No, he's definitely gonna say something crazy, and that's the objective. But for this particular topic, can pastors date? We dibbled and dabbled about 30 minutes. The last half of the show about it last week. But since I'm a single pastor, divorcee, and my brother, he is a single pastor. So we want to talk about this, but we had to bring my sister in for the good woman perspective. And when I throw this twist on her, she might clutch her own pearl.
I started to wear some today. Right, that's my signature. Listen, I love them.
I wanted to give her a heads up on the twist I was gonna throw with this question, but I left it alone.
Show me what you got.
In the whole grand scheme of things. So now we should be simulcasting on Facebook as well. So you all would have to go to my Facebook page, Roshad D Hall, ROSHOD, middle initial D Hall, HALL. And this is going to be our last week of simulcasting. So for all of you that are over on Facebook, please jump to YouTube and make sure you subscribe and you put the alert so you can get the notification when we're on next week, okay? So you're going to have to know that we're on. This the last week we simulcasting on Facebook, and then everything is going to be exclusively on YouTube, all right?
Okay.
So let's get into it. We've done enough prelims. Oh, one more thing. Let's give out the phone number for those of you that's going to want to call in. The number is 213-528-9659. Again, that number is 213-528-9659. Listen, I see Pastor Beard. He didn't already got up in here. He talking to you, Fran. That's your cousin, man. Fran looking good. She up in the building, Pastor Beard.
Bless your heart.
Let's get into it, right? Can pastors date? Last week, right? If you tuned in to the entirety of the show, we had a couple of calls come in. We had a couple of comments that said pastors should be able to date, and they should be able to do it in a discreet fashion. If y'all hear any noise, that's just the producer back there making all that noise back there. Y'all one time for A1 over there being great. So yeah. They said, right, our listeners and our callers said that pastors should be able to date, but they need to be able to do it in a discreet fashion, right? Because I'm setting y'all up.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. It should be in a discreet fashion. He should have a particular standard about his dating. Right. Don't go around to your boys' churches and stuff that you know within your fellowship, dipping and dabbing in there with their congregants and their members, dating your boys' members. Don't do that. Right. If you're gonna do that, you know, not to say you can't date a Christian. We still want you to be equally yoked. But you know, don't go in a circle of pastor friends and trying to start snatching women up out of their church. So we don't want the pastor to be labeled as a church hoe. Right. Listen, this real talk road. We gonna shoot it straight. And since that was the comment, right? Since that was the what was that? What we call it in school, y'all? The thesis statement. Ooh. Yeah. Right. We laid out the thesis statement.
Use the big words.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna expound on the pericope.
Talk about it.
What happens though? What? And I want to pose this to Fran. She gonna clutch her pearls. All this responsibility on the pastor, right? Get your fan ready. Clutch your pearls, women.
It's ready.
Clutch your pearls. What do you do when you got all these women that's passing out coochie coupons?
Oh, Reverend.
He said it with his chest.
I said it with my chest. Let me say it again. Fran, the pastor has a responsibility to be discreet. He has a manner of character that he has to uphold. Yeah. Right. But just like you and us know, we all third, fourth generation PKs and all this stuff. We didn't seen it and we didn't heard it. Yeah. In the church. What does the pastor do when you know there is women out there trying to pass out the coochie coupon?
That's a good one.
Okay. Well, wasn't Jesus tempted?
Are you? We start with you going? You start with Jesus.
I'm gonna start.
Is you gonna start with Jesus?
I'm gonna go all the way. So that way we can just roll down the hill together.
Let's roll down the hill together.
Let's take the pail up, and then we can all kick it. But no, I'm just being honest. Everybody's tempted. Wow. So that's just something that you're gonna live with. Mm-hmm. And then being second, third, fifth generation preachers, it's just a known fact that it exists. Mm-hmm. So it's on you to continue to make the wonderful decisions that you've been making. And so this was my thing, with understanding your thesis statement, with understanding that you wouldn't do anything that would jeopardize your pastorship to begin with. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay.
All the way across the board.
Okay.
So that means that you already understand that there's a certain level of discretion that you would have to exude in order to maintain your ministry and maintain your love life. Mm-hmm. You are entitled to having a love life. Mm-hmm. But the problem is,
what's the problem? Talk to us.
What is it?
The problem is is once you bring your people in, your church members into your relationship by discussing who you brought to church last Sunday, and you allowing them after service, the parking lot ministry, to discuss and give their 2 cents. Then when they keep giving their 2 cents and now it's pissed you off, well, you've already opened up the door. So you're either going to pull a Nene Leakes and say the door is closed. You know, what other option do you have? So it's best to start off fresh and just keep them out of it altogether. It's not up for discussion. That's who you were seeing. You don't see them anymore. So what they tell you?
Yeah.
When we don't see your baby daddy no more, when you finally come to get your baby dedicated and we don't see him no more, we understand that. Well, what happened?
That's good.
Right. No, that's not
No,
good.
that's good.
No, stay out our business.
That's good.
That's good. You trying to be back?
No,
Jeremy
church
over here,
people got
he
too many
Baptist.
opinions, Doc.
We're not
She
talking
good.
about the church. Listen, y'all. Fran playing politics up
No, she
here.
ain't.
She
I'm
is
not.
covering.
No, she not.
Listen, hold on. Wait. Fran is playing politics. She covering for the women folk. I see my sister in here on the comments. She said, "What would Jesus do?" Yes, I said it, Venus. I said it. Fran, she didn't speak to my question.
Okay.
I said, "What do you do when they tempting the pastor or the minister, he or she?"
Go on and take the booty call and lose your church. Go on, bust wide, Tatiana. Go ahead. You go ahead and bust wide, Rashad. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying.
And let's see what the Church of Christ do what you need.
What I'm saying is,
No,
my
ahead.
thing is, where's the responsibility? We put the last week. We put the responsibility on the pastor. Is there a responsibility to the women
Yes.
that are targeting
Yes, it is.
the pastor?
And you are absolutely right.
Like, that's what I wanted you to
Okay,
speak
no
to from a
problem.
woman perspective.
Okay, no
what
problem.
do we do there?
Oh, no problem. I got you. You tell them little hoes to go somewhere and sit down. Flat out. I don't need it. You need to get a Spirit of Jamie Foxx on you and tell them you don't need it. Flat out. You don't need. I'm serious, ladies. Okay, let's just be honest. There is something. If you, depending on what type of female you are, I can only speak for myself. I'm an intellectual person. It's an intellectual thing, and then because I enjoy the art of preaching, I get it. I understand it, and then I really appreciate someone who deals with their text.
You being A1 right now.
Okay, so now the thing is, because I like those things right now, that means that there's certain, I have a certain type that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean all of them gonna be the type. We done went down that street before and we found out all these preachers ain't. Anyway, so whew, Jesus. It's a certain, I'm just saying, it's a certain level of transparency and truth that you got to get to.
Yeah.
And the fact is, it is alluring. Okay, it is, and don't let them smell good and dress nice too.
So what you're saying? The anointing is attractive.
It's oily.
It's oily. The anointing is attractive.
It's amazing. It's amazing, and if it's packaged well, God is good. You know, but other than that. You know, but there are several. Yeah, they do throw it. They throw it left and right. But every preacher is not for you. So that, and you really shouldn't be going after your pastor. And you got to sit.
There we go. Talk about this. Real talk for real. Talk about it.
I'm gonna be honest. Stop lusting after your pastor. You need a father figure. Like, go do something. I'm serious. You can't do that, because what's gonna happen is when he don't choose you, then what?
Yeah,
she gonna get attitude.
You're right, Joe.
She gonna get attitude.
She gonna get an attitude. She gonna stop giving. Well, you was only giving $20 a month anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, ain't no love lost, sis. It's okay. But no, don't do it. Please.
All
don't.
right, let's get past the J in here, man. I see a couple of comments now. I'm gonna get to the comments, but we gonna see. What do you say from a single pastor's perspective? You're in the first chair, man.
Yeah.
How do you fend off? And listen, your people may be on here, your family, your friends.
Man.
This real talk with Ro. So you got to keep it 100. Don't worry about the comments that's gonna come through. We're gonna deal with that. This your first time on the show. Fran been here already, so she know what it is. Keep it 100, bro.
Look, man, to be honest, I stay away from dating most church girls, man. To be honest.
So you just date the devil.
Doc, I don't date the devil. I don't date.
Jeremy is out here dating the devil, ladies and gentlemen. He dating the devil.
Doc, but look, I ain't got
all Jezebels to the dance floor.
But watch this. I don't gotta deal with the drama in the church with the women, bro.
Hey, that's true.
That's true.
I don't have to deal with the drama. And so if I date a church girl, I'd rather date a church girl that's not seen.
Oh.
Because most church girls that are seen, man, they want the pastor because they want to be seen.
Right.
And they don't want us for who we are, but they just want us for our titles.
Okay, so can we just go ahead and put the disclaimer out
Go
there?
ahead.
Sis, you swinging by the offering plate, that all they doing is looking. Ain't nothing gonna come to that.
That's all I'm going to do.
Right, because one of our comments in here, brother Mario, thank you for coming in, Mario, man. He said, but some women trying to position themselves to be that pastor's wife. Speak to that, bro. You're a single man. You know what I mean? You single right now. Have you experienced women in your church thus far before the pandemic hit trying to position themselves to be the pastor's wife? And what did you do to that?
Bro, I had
throwing the coupon.
No, I had somebody on my staff, man.
Dang.
I made her my secretary. This was the first year.
That's where it started.
That's where it started. That's where it started. And so my first year, man, I allowed her to be my secretary, man. But I didn't know she had hidden agendas.
Okay. You were going in.
I was just going in like, you cool, you know, ministry.
Okay.
You know how to take care of church calendars. You know how to take care of my calendar.
You was stroking that ego.
Friend, that's what it was.
You was stroking.
I was stroking it. And then when I said I didn't want it, Doc, she left. But before she left, man, she sent out a mass text to my staff and tried to paint a picture, bro. She tried to paint a picture of something that was not.
Right.
And bro, so I had to get up, man, and I had to address the only people. It's crazy I'm talking about this because the only person knew about this was Bishop Peach. I think I told you before.
Right.
Doc, I got up.
Rest in peace, Bishop Peach.
that
We
part.
love you.
Took it
We
to
love
his
the
grave.
life
God,
faith
thank you,
family. PG Jr., man, love you, bro.
Love you, man. Listen,
Love you, bro.
I got up and I addressed my staff. And I said, the picture that she's trying to paint was not it. I never dated this girl. I never went out with this girl. I never flirted with this girl. But because she saw, like Francesca said, the oil is attractive, man. And because she saw a man in power, she thought because she was in with me on a business level, Doc, she thought she was close to me enough to try to date me, man. So I had to back up.
Yeah, talk about that, friend. Have you seen some women that have honestly, they thought there was something, and then when they couldn't get what they got, now you want to trash the dude.
Trash him.
You want to trash him. Like what's up with that, women?
And why they got to lie about it?
Right.
Because it can't be out because they don't want to. They already feel rejected. So insult to injury is at having to admit the fact that you threw yourself on this dude and he tossed you right back.
Yeah.
Okay, so but that's normally where it starts. It's always, how can I meet this pastor's needs? So what did we learn from this, Jeremy? We learned that
we do not make her the executive assistant of the pastor.
Right. Never again.
Right, but the thing, not
Never.
only that, but how do we discern it and see it ahead of time? That person come in and it's, oh, I'll take care of that for you. Oh, you're not good at keeping up with your social media? Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
I can assist with that. You know, I have a lot of time, you know, especially on my lunch break.
Definitely.
It's no problem. I can work that in. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's adorable.
Let's speak honestly to this. If we're dealing with men and women, I would say, and that's gonna be an argument. You all tell us in the comments, and if you have some comments about listen, don't forget to call in 213-528-9659. Again, number 213-528-9659. We want to hear from y'all, so start calling in. We're seeing the comments, and we're gonna get to them. What do we do after a certain amount of time? A man, like you said, Francesca, earlier, a man and a woman are going to be naturally attracted to each other if you're in each other's circle for a certain amount of time. It's inevitable. It's what God naturally put in us, the organic attraction of the male and the female. So does that woman pastor or does that male pastor only have to put people in their staff that are physically unattractive? But then to talk to your point, right? But we're talking physical, right? But you said for you, it's intellectual, so it don't have to do with the physical, right? So now if you're intellectually on the same wavelength, it's almost like it's no winning. So it's like that. It's that, not the game you have to play, but it's like that.
We need to help Jeremy get his staff together.
Right, you get his staff. Right now. Your whole church gonna be on this live in a minute. Talking about Pastor. I know who she is. I wonder why she left. No, what happens like when that again, that natural attraction that's gonna happen between a male and a female after some time, it's like, and then the vulnerability of I'm helping him. Oh, she's helping me, right? In those close quarters is, man, it's
How much further can you assist me?
Right. You know what I mean? Like, what do we do? Because like this is it's a wonderful, perfect example of Pastor had honest intentions of a young lady he put on the staff.
Yeah.
She was efficient. She was trying to do her service to the Lord in a spirit of excellence.
Doc had great degrees. Great degrees,
right?
man.
You want to find somebody that's talented,
degrees.
that can do what they need to do. But
man.
Boom, what do you do when now? And then not only what do we do because he did what was right, but now she tries to trash him.
And I think this is why some people work with teams. So that's that way it's never just you and that person.
Right.
And I know that seems like, okay, come on, friend, be realistic. Because in most churches, no, I'm being honest, because in most churches, it's probably only one or two willing vessels.
Yeah.
You know,
One
of them actually has the know-how and the other one just got zeal.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you about that zeal. Zeals can be a good pair of eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, bless his name.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's never anything wrong because you're training that person. That person can still just be learning, but it will definitely keep you from being in a very awkward situation.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just want to say it's okay with having a male secretary. That's exactly what I thought. God bless.
Thank you,
I'm
dog.
so glad
Thank
he
you,
was
dog.
with me.
I can't do that one.
All right, I'm coming down.
I can't do that.
I know my sister.
I'm coming down.
She just made a comment.
I'm coming down both y'all single little streets.
No.
So y'all, so it has to be something curvaceous to lead you to the pulpit. Is that what it is? What?
My producer ain't helping me with these graphics.
My goodness.
I'm not saying she has to be curvaceous.
Come on, comments. Y'all talk to us,
I'm just
please.
saying, like, I don't.
Did you hear the silence? There was a funeral that just took place. You understand? It was some slow singing and flower bringing just now.
All my brothers that are effective
Now he
and
want to talk to the
efficient,
brothers. Now he wants
administrative, executive assistant.
Good job.
Good job. We one up you, and I do not want to pour like any shade or cast a thing. I'm definitely a politician because the brothers gonna come for you. But listen,
all those adjectives.
I can't do it, man.
Listen, Pastor. Right now, even though we're in a pandemic, I don't have any adjutants. I want to carry my own bottle of water.
Yeah,
I pour my own. I don't even have a glass in the church. I have this bottle of water right here, and I drink from it. I don't believe in all these adjutants and stuff. You only have 15 members, but the whole 15 is your servants and bodyguards and stuff. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
That's another topic for another day. We'll get on that.
Secretarial work.
We didn't say that.
I didn't say that, but I don't.
Stuff like that.
They are done with the subject.
I see Venus already trying to come for me. Why no male secretary? Touch on that. Yeah, leave that alone, Venus. We'll deal with that on another day. We talking about can pass this day. We gonna stay focused today.
Focus, man.
But listen, love you, bros. The past is dating, right? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's one element that women in the church, right? We gonna broaden it out, but the church, we have to be wary of those women that's throwing the coochie coupon at the pastor. Because last week, right? I think it was Sherika. She may jump on later. Last week,
Sherika, I remember her.
She said that, he is. We got to remember that the pastor is a man, or that the woman, she's a female.
Yeah.
So is it honest that only so long, whether I'm gonna throw this out there and y'all better not jump off my train, whether you're married or you're single, if a man is tempted for so long, he's only so strong and he's going to break.
Yeah.
You're gonna break after a while. You can be as strong as you want to be, but after a while, quit. If Lady Eloise keep on messing with Marcus,
David, bro,
Marcus, stop. Right? Like even Marcus broke on Lady Eloise. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna break and for the female pastors as well. If that man keep on coming at that female pastor,
come on, sir.
She's throwing Idris out there. Some of y'all tempted by The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Glory.
You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all fall Paul to Denzel. Don't let them walk up through here. Others, Will Smith or whoever it is, whatever rock your boat. Morris Chestnut, Tay Diggs. Let's talk about like whichever one you want to talk about.
Real good. I got an offering.
Cash App me. You in my Cash App. I ain't even got my phone. But I'm just saying, after a while, let's speak truth to power. You gonna break.
Yeah. Definitely.
On purpose.
Definitely.
See, there go my sister right there.
Definitely.
My sister just said she spelled my whole entire government out. Don't do it. I'm sorry, sis. This real talk. I'm gonna get back in order. My sister gonna whip me, y'all.
Okay, please
my
don't.
big sister. I'm not gonna get a whooping tonight. But let's be honest.
Yeah.
The man gonna break.
Oh, he gonna break.
He go like in French. Let's go. We're talking about on purpose. We went down the wrong street with her. Who said on purpose? You was
I didn't say on purpose.
Somebody said on purpose when we got the naming off Idris and
that one over there. That one over there.
And Morris.
That one on your side over there.
And Tay Diggs.
Okay, but did you die? Like what's the problem?
I'm just saying. With all your Holy Ghost, you saying as a single woman, at some point there's a break. Talk about the break.
The chains will fall.
Right. We just got to be honest about it with all your discretion.
Yeah.
With all, and if the woman keep on throwing all these coochie coupons, the pastor gonna break.
Let me stop.
Is that honest? Is that honest? Is he gonna break if she keep on throwing the coupons?
Yeah, he's gonna break.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, but you got to be able to listen. There's some things that are inevitable, and you already tried to put that out there that a man is gonna be a man, a woman gonna be a woman, Okay, that's all well and good, but at the same time, there's still a certain amount of chase that you gotta have about yourself that that you kind of guard it, and that's what happens. Only problem is it kind of made me an introvert.
An introvert is not productive in the form of dating.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. I'm an introvert too. People may not think I'm an introvert, but as soon as I leave and get out that pulpit, like sometimes I just don't want to be. I'm by myself. I don't want to be bothered. I love people, but I don't want to be bothered. Like it's the craziest guy. Right. It's such. That's my bipolarism, or the quandary about the ministry. Like I don't want to be bothered. I'm an introvert. I want to get away from people, but I love people. And you in it when you in it, it instantly turns on. But like you said, to keep you safe, it's almost like a defense. It may be the Lord. See, thank you, God. He gave us that defense mechanism that it instantly turns on. Then when you keep yourself away,
it just stops. It's like, okay, it's time to go. And it's fast, but. And sometimes you don't understand it in the moment, but it really is a defense mechanism. It's not only just a defense, but it's definitely going to protect you from some foolishness because, women are going to throw it out there. There's some dudes that are going to throw it out there. There's some preacher dudes that's going to throw it at some preacher girls. You understand? It happens because it's understood that you understand the life, So then it becomes a thing. Well, can we just have an arrangement?
We talk about the arrangement. Within the single people of the church. Talk about it.
Did I say that out loud?
You did say that out loud. Talk about it.
Yeah.
Because you understand. And then you still find out that that's not going to work either.
Yeah.
Because you think, okay, well, if I try to be with somebody who already understands what this comes with, then it turns into something where it's like, wait a minute. Okay, whoa, hold up. No, I'm not trying to be in a situationship. Yeah. That's what I don't want. But that gets thrown around.
Listen, man, we coming back to you and your assistant. It's a comment in here. My brother said, "What degree you talking about, Doc?" You said she got all these degrees. The comments say, "What degree is they talking about, Doc?" What degree, man? We gonna leave you alone. Listen, another comment in here. Calvin Smith said, "The deacons too." He said, "Forget the pastors. They want to come for the deacons too. They gonna sit up here. Don't sit up here and lie."
That's my deacon.
Oh, that's your deacon. Hey, Deacon.
Hey,
Calvin.
like
Hey, Deacon Smith.
Jerry.
Right, he's coming for the deacon too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't forget to call in. Listen, 213-528-9659. We got a call on the line. Listen, welcome to Real Talk with Ro. Introduce yourself. Amen. Let us know your name. What's your question or your comment?
What's up, Ro? This is Mario.
What up, Mario? Hey, Mario. Welcome to the show, man. What's your question for the panel or what's your comment?
My main comment is that I really feel for you guys, for you pastors, because I feel like you're in a catch-22 situation. I feel like you're under a microscope.
Yeah,
no matter who you date in the church, people gonna have their little gossip. They're gonna say what they're gonna say, and it doesn't matter what you do. Not until you take that woman as your wife they're going to be judging you that whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even after you take them as your wife, they still going to be judging because now they're going to like, oh, look at her. Look at how she acting. Da, 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 da. And it's no matter what, you just in a bad situation. I feel for you guys.
Man. Thank you. Keep us lifted. Pray for us.
What
Throw
church
up some
you go to? We
timber
need to come to my church.
in heaven, man, to pray. Because it is. We talked a little bit about that last week, man. Mario, thanks for the call, bro. Call back in anytime. We talked a little bit about that last week about the catch-22 that the pastor is in. He's kind of he's damned if he do, he's damned if he don't.
Yeah.
Right. And what do we do to walk that fine line of, is this the church's business? Is it not the church's business? Right. Like Frank talked about that if I give an offering, or all these offerings that he was trying to expound on, not answering the question, right?
Man.
He just went totally left.
Man, I saw it.
But because people are giving or something like that, they feel that that's a right.
It ain't their
right
business,
to have a issue, or to be able to peek in the microscope of your life and dissect who it is that the pastor is dating, or who, even when the pastor is married, they want to know about the pastor married life too.
Oh, they want to know.
Is he nice? Is he doing this? Is he mean? Is he not mean? Is she gonna follow? I wonder if she's gonna show up to church today. You know what I'm saying? What the pastor wife wearing? All this kind of stuff that the pastor has to deal with, all while shepherding the Lord's sheep, while serving as the under shepherd and being prepared to minister on every level that the pastor has to minister on. So, listen, Mario, thank you, man, for exposing and bringing to light that catch-22. Mia Duck, thank you, Miss Mia. We're going to talk to this comment. She said you have to establish rules of engagement of not fraternizing with co-laborers in the ministry. Talk about that, Pastor, man. What Fran had brought it up, that now sometimes you have male and female preachers that are having a agreement to commune together, and is there a rules of engagement that needs to be set up?
I definitely believe that. I believe that it needs to be a line, man. It has to, because what I've come to discover, man, you gotta know who you are, and oftentimes I believe that when they make those arrangements, man, oftentimes people don't know where they are. Man, it's all about show nowadays. It's no true love. It's no true friendship. It's no, man, it's just a show. And so, man, oftentimes, man, when it comes to me with dating, bro, I need to know if I can be your friend.
Yes.
I need to know if we get along outside of church.
Yes.
Because the reality of it is, man, we get along in church because we know church so well.
Yes.
You know church so well, I know church so well. But when we're on vacation, can we get along? Or is we gonna be on vacation always talking about church? So, man, I think it's a thin line. I think you need to know who you're dating, who you are as an individual, man.
Yeah. And then B, we like your B Valley said the pastor always has to remember he or she is accountable to God first.
Always.
Always, yeah.
Always.
And I think that has to be stated, that we are accountable to God first. You have to make sure that we are doing our level best to make sure that God is pleased.
Yeah.
And what we're bringing out on today's topic, B, if you didn't catch the beginning of it, is that when we have that that level of discretion, that level of accountability to God and for ourselves, what do we do when the women passing out coochie coupons? Right? What we do with that? So we're trying to, is the pastor the only one that's supposed to be accountable, or the people that's trying to come for the pastor supposed to be accountable as well? We got another caller. Listen, caller, thank you for calling in the Real Talk with Ro. Give us your name and ask your question or add your comment on tonight.
Hi, this is Dr. Bonetta Neely calling in, and I'm calling in because a lot of times I wanted to touch bases on the comment that was made. Should the pastor or should the church get involved in what it is that the pastor is doing?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's certain bylaws and there's certain structure, organizational structure that you have to set up in order to run a church.
Right.
And so you have to make things clear as to what the expectation is going to be when you are single. Because the Bible tells us that we should, as leaders of the church, as a pastor, we should be married.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now it doesn't mean that you have to be married from somebody that's within the flock.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Shada.
God
Y'all
bless you, God.
Hoshidadadabo. Oh,
Thank
Oh,
you.
now you didn't win Kojic from
thank
your
you.
Baptist self.
Oh, God. I'm still Baptist, Doc.
Fivefold.
Dr. Neely, complete your thought while they caught the Holy Ghost real quick.
I'm all right over
Okay,
here.
I'm
with
gonna
you,
let
sis.
them. I'm gonna let them run with the Holy Ghost, because what you have to always remember is that when you are not married, there have been demons dispatched from hell
That's
Yeah.
coming
right.
to your station, okay,
Yeah.
to try to tempt you to do wrong.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's why it's better for a pastor to be married,
Mm-hmm.
because then he can focus on his family as well as his ministry.
That's good.
That is true.
That's
And
good.
it also sets a perimeter, a boundary from other people coming in, even though they'll still continue to
They gonna
try.
try. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes,
Absolutely.
ma'am.
But it's a boundary. It's like a fence that's there. And so you're going to have some of those people, men and women, who want to try to pass those boundaries. But as a strong pastor,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you set yourself straight and you let your yes mean yes and your no mean no, then it's very difficult for people to cross those borders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
good stuff.
Yeah, you are right.
Definitely.
And that's a good point that Dr. Neely, she's putting out. My first Sunday here at People's Independent.
We be too nice, Doc. We be too nice.
My first Sunday, my cousin came, and after the service, my cousin, but I believe she was serious, but in jest, she said, "And you better watch out for these women."
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be. I said, well, wait a minute. Listen, I'm just my first Sunday.
Yeah, man.
It's not a lot of women right now in my age range
They
that I
come
even
out of
need to be
nowhere.
watching out for. She was like, but I'm just saying, you don't let these women trip you up.
Don't
I
let
was
that
like,
gray hair fool
man,
you.
right?
Yeah.
So other women,
That
other
mother's
women
boy.
know that other women coming
Yeah.
just to try to trip you up, or that the devil
Yeah.
is gonna try to dispatch his imps, his little demons, to try
Yeah.
to knock you off kilter, to distract you and cause harm to the ministry, because he can't tell the future, but he knows that if you stay on God's assignment, you're going to do nothing but win and win and win
Yeah.
more souls
Yeah.
to Christ. So he has to send whatever he can try to send at you
That'll
in
throw
whatever
you off.
form that and you have to understand something. The devil studies our weaknesses.
Yep.
And he learns, I think Jonathan McReynolds, wonderful artist, he said that when we're going in, the song is called Cycles. And he said the
Yes.
devil knows
Yes.
your mistakes.
Mhm.
And he
Yes.
learns from them even if you don't.
Yeah.
That's how he keeps you in cycles.
Talk about it.
So we have to, even as men, women of God, and even down to the people, our members and everybody across Christendom, have to learn from our mistakes, because the devil been here a long time and he knows your weaknesses
Yeah.
better than you.
Yeah.
And he'll come at them if you don't show yourself to be strong in that
Yeah.
area. He's going to keep testing you in that area. If it's physical,
Correct.
come mental. If it's, whatever it is, he's
Yeah.
gonna come and try to attack that. If you have a vanity issue, he gonna send people that's gonna pump that
And feed
vanity.
it.
Or
Yeah.
that's
Come on
gonna, if
now.
you got a
Come
pride
on now.
issue, he gonna send those people that's gonna pump you up, and your pride gonna blind you to a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever your weakness is, you have to be
Yeah.
spiritually mature enough and growing in grace enough to know that you have to guard yourself and build up
Exactly.
those
Yep.
weaknesses
Yep.
so that the devil can't, as Paul says, so easily beset you.
Oh yeah.
You have to put that whole armor on.
You gotta
Yeah.
put it on.
You put that whole armor on, see, you will be ready, because we all know what our weaknesses are. We
Mhm.
know. And so some of us have overcome those weaknesses, so the devil can't keep coming back
Yeah.
Right.
With
with the same
thing.
weakness. Because
Mhm.
once you have mastered, because what it is, it's like a skill set. Okay, my weakness. Okay, I keep falling short of that. But once I repent and I'm true to my repentance, and I stand on the word, and I stand on the authority, and I stand on the power, when I see it coming, I can start rebuking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You right. You right. Listen, listen, y'all give a hand clap of praise to Dr. Benetta Neely. She came in and she blessed us on
Thank
tonight.
you.
Listen,
God
thank
bless
you.
guys.
Thank you for
God
your
bless
call.
you.
Thank you for your
You're welcome.
call. Call back in at any time. Listen, we want to hear from more of you all. We got almost about
Absolutely.
15 minutes
Come
left in
on
the
in.
show. 213-528-9659. Listen, don't be scared to call in. Don't be scared.
On in.
Right.
Don't be scared. Call in 213-528-9659. Like, y'all, let's speak to that. Do we honestly, like I say, man, I need to work on me, right?
Yeah.
You got to be able to work on your weaknesses. Like
Yeah.
it's some areas that I need to get better.
Yeah.
And I think what the church has done and why we could say maybe 2 generations of the church, Generation X. Let's just go from 1965 on down to present tense to those that are adults. Those 2 generations, Generation X and millennials, have fallen away from the church because I believe that the pastor, along with the rest of the church members, don't speak truth to power about us not being perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
We give this appearance.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We give this
Yeah.
appearance as if everything is all right.
Yeah.
And the Generation X and millennials have seen their
Yeah.
parents and their grandparents going to church,
Yeah.
professing Jesus Christ. Then
Coming
they get
home,
home and
tripping.
they like, wait a minute, this.
It's 2
y'all,
different
y'all
people.
front,
It's 2 different people.
right?
Exactly.
Ain't nobody
2
keeping it
different people.
real up in here. And the church has to get to a place to win back those 2 generations.
Yeah.
We
Right.
gotta keep it real.
We got to be
Exactly.
relevant, man,
We
and
gotta
keep it real.
Yeah, we got another caller. Listen, welcome to Real Talk with Ro. Please give us your name and state your question for the panel or your comment.
Hi, guys. My name is Tiara. Earlier, the comment was made that it is okay for the pastor to have a male secretary. And I was just wondering what's so wrong with them having a woman as their secretary.
We gonna get at the Pastor Jay.
Why would you give that to me?
Because our producer pointed to you first.
This is
You
your,
know,
this is
your
your
time.
cleansing
Step up,
moment.
bro. Step up. Thank you.
Hey, T, rephrase that question.
Don't rephrase it.
Um,
Restate the question.
Yeah,
Please
restate
do
the
not
question. Yeah,
rephrase it.
restate the question.
Restate the
She
Okay.
got to be
I will
nervous 'cause I know who
rephrase
it
it.
is.
Mhm.
You don't need to be nervous. No, but I'm just wondering what is so wrong with them? What is so wrong with you guys having a woman secretary?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with having a woman secretary as long as she know what her position is.
See, you about to see, you gonna get us in trouble. You done
I
said
just-
position. Lord
I just-
Jesus.
No,
You done
I
said,
just
know her. She said, know your place.
No,
The
but you
pastor
got-
said, you better know your place.
you got to know it. you have to know it.
Oh, bless his name.
Because if you don't,
Listen.
I'm telling you, the attraction is going to come. Especially if you're attracted. I believe if you're attracted to your pastor, you shouldn't want to be a secretary. Point blank and
Most
simple.
definitely.
I think if you're attracted to him, you should find something else to do in the church because a secretary is so close to the pastor.
Mm-hmm.
She deals with the
So
pastor
then-
on a day-to-day basis. She deals with him conference calls throughout the day, and I think when she starts spending more time with him throughout the day, that attraction even gets more. So I think if she
See,
knows
I'm a
her,
little different. I think you should test her.
That's what I say. T, before you respond back, because
I
you had a
think you
follow-up
should test
comment.
her.
T, before you respond back, Fran, jump in
Go
there.
ahead, Fran.
Talk about it.
I'm
Fran.
sorry. I think you should test her. You know, if you want to be my secretary for real. Okay, I'm a leave my computer on purpose
to see
you
what
can
you're gonna do.
that I'm having lunch with this, with another, I want you to see it so I can see how you act. You get an attitude, you can go. This
Then-
can be your last day.
Then I know where you at.
Yeah, I
You
know
gonna
where
test
you
her.
where you
Test
at.
her.
I'm gonna get you in and I'm gonna get you out.
Get you
quick,
out.
fast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, T, what you got to say about that, T? And turn your phone down a little bit because we got a little echo. T, turn your phone, your
I'm sorry,
volume down
T, I
your
didn't-
phone.
Okay.
But what's your comment? What's your reflection? Should the woman be tested? We don't have, listen,
Yes.
we gonna be honest. This
Yeah.
Real Talk with Ro. When Fran
I mean,
threw
I
out,
feel
when
as
she threw out
though-
that out, we got real quiet when she said
Yeah,
the male
'cause-
assistant.
yeah,
I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
'cause
I'm
I'm
right
already
here.
figured
I
it
don't
out.
want no
You know,
male
we
assistant.
Yeah,
should-
y'all
I already
definitely got
figured it out.
quiet,
You got
and I think
quiet.
that's why I asked
Mhm.
because
I'm
y'all
trying to
froze,
be
and
good
I'm like,
right
okay,
now
well,
too.
what's the difference? Because just like a pastor is supposed to be held accountable, I feel like your secretary should be held accountable too. And
That's
she
it.
should know, like,
That's it.
there's, like you guys said, there's lines that need to be set, there's boundaries that need to be set that don't need to be crossed. So if she feels as though, she has a crush, she needs to put that in control and she needs to handle that. And I feel like she can still be the secretary. There's no need for her to try to be put down or any of that. I feel like she needs to have self-control.
And
You
her
can, it's
husband.
okay to crush on your
Yeah,
pastor
no
all
matter
day
how
long. You can
cute
do that.
she
As
is.
long as-
There you go.
yeah, and I feel like
Your
I
secretary
feel
need
like
to have a
making the
husband.
comment. I feel like making a comment
Oh,
about
bless his
them
name.
having a male secretary instead. I feel like it's not even something that should be discussed, because what if the pastor is a woman and the secretary is a man? Then
You see
how
what
does
I'm
that
saying?
work?
Yeah.
How do we play into that?
It's gonna be a problem, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a
Yeah.
problem.
It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a
Man.
situation.
Talk
Yeah.
about thank you,
That
T,
mean
for your
that-
call. Come to the defense of the past
That's
that's
all
having
right.
a female
That's all
assistant.
right.
We bless you on the night.
Y'all just
Lord
have to
bless you
act
real
nice.
good,
Have
huh?
y'all
Because
back a
that
little
means,
bit.
because then if I have a male secretary, then that means my male secretary gotta have a wife at home.
Right.
Go
See,
bless
Yeah,
his
That's
name.
it.
definitely.
That's
It's
it.
easy.
Or he gotta have some self control.
Or let the trustee board pick the secretary. I bet you she gonna be
Well-
toothless and gray.
Oh.
She ain't gonna be able to send. She ain't gonna be able to send one email.
I don't
right,
know.
they ain't gonna even be able to see good. You know what I mean?
She got a
Gonna need 4 or
magnifying-
5. She gonna need 2 hip
Got a
replacements, 2 knee
magnifying screen
replacements,
on
with a
top
big
of the
old thing.
iPad.
Man, we ain't letting the trustee board
iPad
pick.
screen sitting way out
Right,
here.
you know what I
I'm
mean?
not letting no trustee board pick my secretary.
Can't do it.
Trying to
Can't do
help,
it. Nah,
trying to help.
trustees don't even think
Oh,
about
my
it.
goodness.
Trustees
No
don't even
trustee
think
board.
about
I'm
it.
trying to help you keep your church.
Right, we gonna keep the
I'll
church.
be all right,
Thank
friend.
y'all for letting me call in. Have a
Bless your
good
heart,
one.
sis.
You too.
Bless
Have
your
a
heart.
blessed one, y'all. Listen. We got about 12 more minutes left in the show. Y'all get your calls in 213-528-9659.
Are y'all dating?
The number again is 213-528-9659. Yes, we are.
I'm
Why you
dating.
tell- we
Yeah.
Are you seeing somebody right now?
I am not.
I'm not
actively
seeing nobody
anyone right now, but I
yeah,
have this year. Listen, I must make my
Are you
disclaimer
seeing
right here for
anybody
the
closer
people.
than you can see my face right now?
I'm in the quarantine
God.
cathedral right now. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Quarantine,
Thank
Doc.
you, Jesus.
Quarantine.
I am
Your
socially
spirit is
distancing
quarantined?
right
I'm
now. God,
quarantined.
glory to God. Glory. My voice almost changed. Reverend.
I heard it. You got on the
Listen,
radio.
really
Hey.
A1. Right, that's a call
No
coming.
matter
Somebody
what I
coming
do,
forward. No matter.
oh bless his
Listen,
name. All I
I've
think
been-
about is you.
I'm going into year 3 of divorce in
Yeah.
September, year 4 of separation, right?
Yeah.
Did you
And
do
now-
like Tay Diggs and that? We gonna celebrate Tink my
No, I didn't do that.
You didn't? Okay.
I didn't do that. But this year, coming into 2020 was the year that I made up in my mind, like, okay, I really authentically need to give this dating thing a shot. Right, this was the year. Have I dated some other women
So
leading up
what's
to
wrong
that?
with this year?
No, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I decided to date, and the
a
Lord sent a
shot.
darn pandemic, right, to stop me from dating.
Right,
Lord
right
Jesus.
when you was ready to do
Right
it.
when I was
Right
ready,
when
he
you was
sent
ready
the
to do it.
pandemic, right?
He said, "Not yet, my
but
child."
this was the year, right, that I was like, okay, I dated a few women in this little gap. Nothing serious or
What's your type,
substantial.
Zach?
Man, how did
See
them
if I
dates?
see
How did them
somebody.
dates go though?
The dates, the first one coming out of leading into divorce, being final, we were separated. You know, when you're getting divorced, ladies and gentlemen, there's a 6-month waiting period that you have to wait for your documents to go final.
He had a rebound
So,
relationship.
right, I might have.
Oh Jesus!
Right,
I done already
now
got to the end of that. Sorry, sis.
But don't
I
that help?
felt she was a little insecure
Uh-huh.
about my ex-wife because she went all the way to the bottom of my IG. Was almost over a year, and she was like, "You still want to be married, right?" And when we hit our first little
not
bump
to
in the
you.
road, right?
Yes, I want to
Yes.
be married.
She
Not
would've-
to
and I
you.
hold on.
She
When
would
we
have
hit
been a
our
fatal attraction.
When
Doc.
we hit our bump in the road, I did. I'm gonna be honest. I reverted back to my. I didn't revert back to good
Sound it
habits. Right, I did not revert back to
Yeah.
good habits, and I played on my hurt, and I did something stupid that and for my part injured the relationship. But I
Right.
was man enough to come back and apologize and say, "Hey, I was wrong. When I felt something wrong, I got petty.
Right.
And I should not have got petty. Like
Right.
let her stay petty, so that relationship
I don't
ended.
think I would ever want to see you petty.
Right. Don't see
Yeah.
me petty because I
Yeah.
got petty. I really did. I'm just real talk with Ro. I got to keep it real. I got petty. My sister better not make not one more comment. Don't say nothing, Luana. Be quiet. But I got petty. So that one ended. And then here's another one. I was dating another young lady, and before I got to the church, I threw a Super Bowl party at my house.
I
Right.
remember that.
So I throw a Super Bowl party
I
at my
remember that.
house.
Don't remember
And-
too much, Jeremy.
And no, 2 of my friends, longtime friends, they came. They're from Oklahoma. down home, but these are my girls.
What?
Like, you know, home
Yeah.
training down, you know, Midwest home training. They came, they walked in the house, right? I was tending to my grandmother. They walked in the house. The young lady I was dating, there was some other friends there. So it was kind of sectioned. The game wasn't on yet. They walked in. I'm helping my grandmother get her plate. They introduced themselves. So I didn't have to introduce them to anybody particular. They said, hey, my name is such and such. My name is such and such. Boom, 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 boom. I'm there. And they said, hey, Ro, can we put our purses in your room? Cool. Right? I didn't think nothing of it. All the women gonna come for me. Right? I didn't think nothing of it because these are my friends. I was like, cool. Right? Like y'all go, like they've been here before.
Right.
Nothing going on. They've been here. It ain't no secret. They know me. Right?
I just gasped because I already knew where this was going.
So then, right now, it gets better.
Oh,
right.
Great.
So then we go further after the game is over. When you have like your authentic friends, and when you throw a party and they don't have to bring nothing and stuff like that, your friends are gonna clean your house up. Somebody better say amen. They're not gonna leave your house dirty. So they just get up, start picking up trash. One goes to wash the dishes. You know what I'm saying? She a little bit big booty Judy, right? And
you had big booty Judy wash the dishes.
My friend was big booty Judy.
Big booty Judy.
Listen, my sister was there. That's why I told her don't say nothing. My sister was there, and
turn it off. Like,
and then after that, I did not hear anything from that young woman. Now I don't know if something else that I did, but after that, it was silent. She just went mute on me. So I was like, okay, did she do that because she felt that I had these women up in my house that was just moving, and now I'm gonna bring her into somewhere where I'm doing something with these women, and I wasn't, right? So let me. You want to ask me about my dating, and then now this is the last female for this year.
Okay,
man.
So what you had? Wait. So you had? You had one for each year.
20. No, that was 2017.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay,
right?
so
2017, 2018, and then 2020.
Okay. Right. So you didn't date at all in 2019.
No, I wouldn't. I was
You just cut it off.
I was go ahead. Still, let the Lord use me. And then what happened? So in 2020 this year, early this year, I meet this young lady. I feel that it was going great, and then the pandemic hit, and it was like crickets. We went from here
all the way
to
down.
Nothing.
Because she wasn't quarantining with you.
Right. That's right. Somebody talk about it. She wasn't quarantining. Thank you, sis, for zipping the zippers.
Welcome.
I love you, Luana. You see, zip it. Your sisters never tell on you. But I thought it was good, right? I was like, man, she's cool. Met her in an unconventional way. She wasn't in church, right?
So she wasn't in church.
She wasn't at my church. She's a Christian. You know what I'm saying? And it was less than 6 degrees of separation from people that we knew.
Okay,
it was
good.
Cool.
That's good.
I was like, all right, quarantine hit, and it was crickets. I have to pull out the communication that was going on. I can count on my one hand how many times I've talked to her on the phone since the quarantine hit. And I'm like, what did I do? I don't know what I did, so I kind of just let that go.
She couldn't ask the pastor to let her come quarantine with
right, you know what I'm saying?
She couldn't invite herself
listen.
So it couldn't be a Netflix and chill?
When has anybody ever Netflixed and chilled?
Well, yeah, you got a point.
Unless they had the air conditioner on.
Yeah, you got a point. Yeah.
Okay, now y'all feel them. But you see, come on. Bless their hearts. Bless their hearts.
You know what I mean?
I've been trying, sis. Thank you for stepping in the room.
I'm just saying,
it's been lonely. You understand? Lonely.
All right. Stay away from her. I'm gonna stay away from like that's kind of it. It was what it was. Thank you, Calvin. It was what it was. I'm gonna let that be, dog. I'm gonna let
really
it go.
What that was.
When the quarantine hit, I let it go. I couldn't even get on the phone. I was asking how we gonna get together. You know what I'm saying? You got this, you got that, you good.
Well, everything was closed.
Right. It was
because see, if that and I agree with the other person, Miss B Val.
Auntie Bonetta. Just say Auntie Bonetta.
All right, Auntie, I agree with you. She said when a woman wants a man, she will go to any length to get him, which can cause confusion within the church. Okay, yeah, that's cool too. Yeah, that's cool too. But that's why we also said, Auntie, that there's already a set standard that's supposed to be in place for who it is that you know you want, because you're not going to do anything to jeopardize where it is you serve. Not only that, you also want to have peace when you go home. The idea of dating someone is to see, is there anyone that I can gel with? Is there somebody that I can be cool with outside of all of these things? That's it, and that's all. But where it becomes a problem, the only place I honestly see where it becomes a problem problem is when the pastor becomes too friendly with the congregation and too open and free with how they discuss his personal relationship.
Right.
Right.
I don't know what
Right.
flack I'm
Sorry.
about to catch just from what I said. You know, I might catch it on Sunday. Some of my members on
Sorry.
it. But Pat, man, listen, I only talked
I
about
think
3 women in
I'ma
4
be-
years, and the pastor messed around and be a hoe.
No, you're not a hoe.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not a hoe.
But
No,
know.
you ratchet. You had 3 different women.
You're not a hoe. I'm just saying.
Just ratchet.
Just right. But we didn't know. I talked about me. What about you? We got
That-
3 more minutes to go.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Francesca
I-
asked the
no.
question, were you
No.
dating?
I'm
Dude.
talking to
Don't
both of
avoid
y'all.
it.
I've
Don't
been
avoid it.
I've been
Don't-
quarantined out.
We're not talking about during the
You been
quarantine. Don't
quarantined.
evade the question.
Do you have an Apple phone?
Get him, friend.
With
Get
that-
him.
You got that unforbidden
So-
fruit,
so
that
listen.
bit
Get
fruit on the
him.
back of the phone?
Listen.
I don't want to hear it.
I haven't been on a date. Now it might be somebody I have pursued, but I haven't been on a date, so I can't say I'm dating.
Thank
Okay,
you,
well, then
thank
what's
you,
your
Miss
type? I'ma
Webb.
help you
Thank you,
find
Miss
somebody.
Webb. She said Jeremy Lyon. Thank you. Thank you. Put that up on the screen, A1. Let the world know
God.
Jeremy up here lying to the people.
I was
Hey
trying
man,
to help
can
him out.
y'all block Shay, man?
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
we ain't blocking
absolutely
nobody.
not.
No, seriously, I haven't went on a date at all this year.
Okay.
We ain't
So-
talking. She didn't.
so-
that wasn't the question. She said, "Are you dating?"
I'm-
She didn't say this year. She wasn't
but
specific.
I'm not dating this year.
Okay.
So you in the quarantine?
So I'm in the
cathedral
quarantine
before
cathedral.
before the quarantine.
I
hit.
was.
Oh.
I really was.
He's still
Now-
recovering
now-
from the woman he fired at his church. That was the
I think
assistant,
that's
right?
what
That's
that
what it is.
is.
He's still in recovery.
That's
You know
what
what
that
I mean?
is.
He in
He
recovery.
don't trust nobody
Man.
right
Right,
now.
that part.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's all
I'm
right.
I'm good.
I understand.
I want a date though.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good. That's
you know, I want to find the right.
Hey,
one.
I would give the pastor's number out, but we ain't gonna do
Nah,
that,
we not
y'all.
gonna
You
do
know
that.
what I'm saying?
Nah.
Please.
I just wanted
Nah.
to know, so when I'm on Instagram, you know, if I see something, I know, you know, I don't mind. I can wingman it.
Listen,
Hey,
we'll give you our type
yeah,
when we get
I'm
off.
just
When we
saying.
get off, we
I'm
give
just
you our
saying.
type.
Fred, I might
promise
need
you.
your help.
Can I be honest?
I
Like,
promise
since the
you.
show came up, my sister gonna laugh at this. Lawana, you better not say nothing. Since I
You
didn't
been
got
on the radar.
I didn't got
huh?
no, I didn't got DM
They done
twice. They done jumped in the DM. But
Hey.
we ain't gonna talk about it. Listen, it's 6:59. We gotta go. Even though they jumping.
You did not do
They
Jamal.
jumping in the
We gotta
All right, we gotta go. We love y'all.
Love you to
Listen,
death, man. Thank you
stay-
for having me, man.
Thank
I
y'all for
appreciate
coming.
Hey, man,
and
I love
kicking
you,
with,
man.
This was
Listen,
fun.
this was good conversation.
You know, I
Again,
couldn't tell all my secrets tonight.
listen,
Boy, we
don't
gonna
forget
find
y'all
you
that
a
are on Facebook
first
right now.
lady.
Don't forget Facebook. These are the last 30 or 40
This
seconds.
is
We're
it.
gonna be simulcasting on Facebook next week at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're gonna have to catch us on YouTube. So everybody that's looking at us on Facebook, sorry we didn't see your comments because we on YouTube. Come
Yeah.
catch us on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. Put the alert on because Real Talk with Ro will be back
Yes.
next week.
While your producer still got Marche thing on.
Yeah, he gonna keep that shade thing up there. With the, you know, he gonna don't we ain't
Come on,
stalling
man,
you
take
out,
that
dog.
off.
We ain't stalling you out. We ain't stalling. Listen,
Oh, baby.
we thank y'all for coming in, having fun with us. Y'all catch us back to next Thursday,
Next
6 p.m. Pacific
Thursday.
Standard Time. Hope you all
6
enjoyed this
p.m.
hour with Real Talk with Ro. We love y'all again. Thanks to my guest, Pastor Jeremy Whittington.
Love you, man.
To
Love
my sis, Francesca White. Listen, y'all find them on all of their platforms, Facebook,
Absolutely.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Twitter. They gonna bring it to you, y'all. We love y'all. Y'all have a good night. See you later.
Bye.